Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife, Marie. And you are going in Smackdown Live.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke watching Going In the Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little notify bell next to it to make sure you always get your new Going In Raw notifications.
Yeah, that's right.
We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. We've got a bunch of reward tiers over there. Typically, you get 5 bonus episodes per week. This is a sick week, so we're cashing in one of our sick bonus episodes because you're getting 4 this week. So, yeah.
I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do when I get home after this.
Teep.
Hot shower.
Oh, man, that's great.
NyQuil.
You know the best thing?
Lights out.
The best thing, honestly, I hate being sick. And I do. I sincerely apologize for evidently infecting you. We can blame Alabama's friend Walter, though, because his name is actually Walter, but I call him Walter.
We got to.
Apparently, he was patient 0.
You got to give us a viral chop across the chest, huh?
Yeah, exactly. But the best is like taking it when you're all stuffed up, taking a hot shower.
Oh, that helps.
And then just unloading like your all your mucus, and it just comes out.
Like that's way too much detail. It's not
Really? You can't relate to that? You're going to leave me hanging on that one?
No, I can relate, but that's not necessarily. I'm just going to like go in that level of detail, just like a mass exodus of mucus from your body.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to berate our audience with that level of detail.
Our audience, these are friendos. These are all too goods. That's what that is. We got some new patrons, and I wanted to give them some shout outs. Jared Cox, Jules E. Abril, Arthur Jones, and Steve Windsor. Sounds like a very proper British name.
Well, we got some other
Steve
friendos
Windsor
here with us who are sick. Hacksaw Higgins getting over the flu.
Yeah, man.
Ashley has strep throat.
I don't know. I don't know
what this is because it's the same thing you have. Mm-hmm. We have the same thing, and it goes straight to the chest. And usually if I get a cold, it goes to my nose.
Oh, yeah.
Throat, nose, and like chest like a week after, so it's straight to the chest.
So a lot of people have stuff right now. It is incredibly likely. That's why I'm going to take like half credit for what you have. Because it's like you could have picked this anywhere because everybody has it right now. I have the
same exact symptoms as you.
It's all generic stuff.
The only people I see in my life are you, my wife, and my kids.
You go venturing out into the world. Very often. Maybe somebody coughed on your door handle. You never know.
No, you
some weirdo. All right, fine. I'm public enemy number 1 again. Anyways.
We got some new channel members.
Oh, cool. Who are they?
Smoke Weed D-Bear.
Oh, nice.
And Mr. Evan Paul, thank you very much.
Can we just talk about BET Uncut?
Yeah, I had to look that up.
For like the entire hour?
I had to look that up.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not as cool as I make myself out to be. I did have to. I remember it vaguely. I was more a fan of the Jukebox, which also would have some fairly salacious content.
Yes, but the Jukebox channel predated... At least,
by a little while, yeah.
BET.
That was BET Uncut. Anyways, I looked it up. It was from 2000 to 2006.
And this particular music video is from 2003.
I had no idea that they were able to run that level of explicit behavior on TV.
Because
I watched the video, in the Nelly video in question.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious, yeah. It is far more racy than I ever would have figured.
Interesting.
I do not know what I was doing in the year 2000 or 2003 not watching BET Uncut late at night.
Yeah.
If I knew, Now
we know 17 years later.
Yeah, I know. Such is the power of Big E. Kind of a do-nothing episode of Smackdown, though, let's be honest. The Goldberg stuff was the only thing really of note, although... we have a new number 1 contender for Bayley's title as well.
Yeah, that was a bit surprising.
The outcome of that, sure, yeah.
You see Daniel Bryan maybe transforming more into the American Dragon.
Yeah, he's rolling with that one. I think he's just rolling with that solo.
Yeah, I think so. I think they want to do the yes stuff. He's like,
Now, I wonder, do you think Heath Slater was handpicked by him? I always like to think Daniel Bryan operates only in altruistic moves.
I feel like that's the case, that Daniel Bryan only works with the people Daniel Bryan wants to work with.
Yeah, I get that feeling too.
barring some incident, or instance where they come to him, it's like, hey, you're in a title program with Bray. Oh, that's fun. Beyond that, I feel like Daniel Bryan works with whomever he wants to work with.
Yeah, he always talks about, I'll suggest this and that, but I really feel like they probably are just like, if he wants to do it, just let him do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly.
So let's see here. Somebody mentioned they might be hearing Discord sounds, so I will turn that off, and hopefully you won't hear it anymore. Okay, we'll try that. Get rid of Discord for a second.
And there's no way to turn off those alerts?
I'm sure there is, man. But who are you talking to? My knowledge is of tech stuff is. I'll ask Cody. Yeah, so Goldberg's going to be facing, spoiler alert if you haven't watched Smackdown yet. Why are you watching this?
Yeah, I mean, they're watching this. You didn't put it in the thumbnail, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I figure. The Fiend.
That was surprising.
At the Super Showdown.
I thought even when they were going to start that interview and Baron Corbin comes out and starts yapping away, they're going to have Goldberg cut him off on the Tron. Actually, I didn't know he wasn't in the building. I thought he was coming out and spear him or something, but he was at his home in Texas somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Yeah.
I was not expecting Goldberg versus Fiend. Like, it's still kind of weird to me that Goldberg can just show up once every 2 years being like, title shot.
Yeah.
Is that part of the Hall of Fame thing? Like, you're a Hall of Famer and you can just kind of say title shot whenever I want.
Yeah, I think so. I think when you're a big enough name.
And why did Edge even bother with the Royal Rumble?
Oh,
He's a Hall of Famer.
because it's a throwback. He likes the drama of it.
You
think you know me. You think you know that I'm going to just get the title shot, but no, I'm going to go to the Royal Rumble. So yeah, a lot of money for Goldberg to show up and do a quick job to the Fiend, because he's just going to end up. Isn't he already on the wall? No, he's not. I guess, huh? On the Funhouse wall.
Goldberg?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
They've had no interaction thus far. He wouldn't be on the wall.
Yeah. No, for some reason I thought
I go on the wall.
I thought I saw his, him standing here like this, but with the eyes through his. But that's somebody else, I guess.
It's Kane.
I think I know the difference between Goldberg and Kane.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's on the wall, but yeah. Although it'd be shocking if they pulled the thing where Goldberg is the one who beats the Fiend, and you get Goldberg versus Roman at Mania.
Yeah.
Spear versus spear.
I think that would be great. I thought I agree with you. I thought that's how that whole segment was going to play out. I thought Goldberg and Roman were going to have some fun words in the middle of the ring, not in Texas, and in San Jose. And and then Baron would come out, run his mouth. They'd give him a double spear.
Yeah.
And then he'd demand Goldberg at Crown Royal.
Yeah.
But no, we've got...
Instead, we get Roman versus Baron again at Crown Royal in steel cage.
And this time's in a cage.
Hopefully, they're making a point of saying one more time, so hopefully this is it.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is it.
I'm not putting my bet on that being it.
Hopefully this is
probably it should be.
Most definitely should be, and hopefully it is.
I mean, if this is... Yeah, I don't know. Like, has... Baron won any? Yeah, I guess, did he win the first one?
He won 3. I think he's pinned Roman thrice during their feud. Once in a singles match, and I guess in tag matches otherwise.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyways.
I don't know. I mean, we didn't expect Goldberg to have a chance against Lesnar, and he did. He beat him the first time.
Oh. This is Goldberg shows up exclusively for they have part of the budget for Crown Royals.
Did you not hear him? He's got the itch again. He wants a title run, man.
Man, he looked at his bank account. He saw it fell under $3 million and got that itch. He's like, man, I can double this. That's crazy. He's like,
he was inspired by the Royal Rumble, which he probably didn't actually watch.
Their stock price tanked. Sure, I can come back and help you guys.
Hopefully he's not getting paid in stock. Well, hopefully he is, because that's going to go back up.
You don't want to get paid in stock, man. You don't want to get paid in stock.
Well,
it probably will go back up. I mean, there's all sorts. We're going to talk about it on News Brief first thing in the morning. But, there's all sorts of rumors flying around about who WWE is going to be selling their pay-per-views through now.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Anyways,
let's get to it.
All right.
Show kicked off with the dirt sheet is back. The Miz seemed a little off his game tonight. Do you think he stumbled over his lines more so than usual?
Was he supposed to say the word blockbuster?
Yeah, he
said something
that.
else.
Yeah,
he said
yeah. I think he said Brockbuster.
Yeah, that's what I was
he
like.
Did.
Brock Lesnar? What?
Yeah,
this is our latest Brock Lesnar.
He was trying to reference Brock Lesnar.
So I was kind of watching during the dirt sheet days.
Yeah.
From what I gather, it was never their actual like performances that was the charm. It was like their chemistry as two guys who seem to be having fun together.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Well, here's the thing: the in-ring stuff didn't really seem like they were having much fun, but the little trailer they ran, I feel like Morrison was having a good time.
Yeah, Morrison was just doing what he's been doing for the last 8 years, like silly film stuff.
And it's interesting.
He was basically just Boone. He should have come back as Boone, by the way.
In Impact, he was like a dreadful promo. Like he comes back to WWE and he's actually pretty decent.
Oh, you thought tonight was decent?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about the movie stuff?
Both.
The movie stuff was good because you're in front of the camera.
I think by and large, all this mic time in WWE so far has been decent.
I mean, it's in terms of like him just sort of
I feel like he knows who his character is. He's hitting the beats.
Well, it's just him.
I know, but it's like it's bad guy him.
Well, I think we can agree on this. The best part about the dirt sheet now is just their entrance.
Yeah,
I really love the slow-mo stuff.
I don't know what the hell Miz is doing with all this shit.
That's great, though. I love it. I think it looks great.
Like moving his hand all over the place.
Yeah, it's awesome. He should really do the spin in slow-mo. If I can get across any word to the Miz.
Maybe that's just for matches. No, I feel like he's not great, Morrison, on the mic, but I feel like he's better than I remember him being.
Well, he hasn't really said anything too extensive. And the one time he was on commentary, it was obvious that he was like just figuring. This is the first time he had watched WWE in 8 years.
Yeah, he had a good line with Big E though. That was pretty funny.
Tonight?
No. When he did commentary.
Okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I remember hearing an Impact that he was like god awful.
No, he wasn't awful in Impact. It was obvious that like they didn't script their promos and they maybe didn't give him bullet points. I don't think he was any worse than he ever was before, though. And like we always say, with age and time comes comfortability.
Yeah. I mean, Goldberg used to be terrible on the mic, and now he's pretty decent.
There was one, he's really good on the mic. There was one bad promo I saw from Morrison in Impact towards his later days there.
That's the one he was talking about his dad or something like that.
It was all over the map.
Yeah,
it was all over. It was all over. But I don't know, maybe just trying something different there. No, he's fine. He's fine. He's comfortable. He's not stumbling all over anything. So they come out for the dirt sheet, and they have a trailer for their new film, and it's a playoff of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This is called Once Upon a Time on the Dirt Sheet. It was great. There was a wonderful Lance Storm cameo.
Yeah, and Johnny Ace was in there too.
And he was a proponent, once again, of people power.
And that was great that Lance Storm comes and says to it was the Miz, "Can I be serious for a moment?"
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
He still got it.
If they had, if Tarantino had his budget slashed by 90%.
Essentially like his Reservoir Dogs budget.
Jomo would have been a decent Brad Pitt because he really kind of looks the part of just super aging over the hill stunt guy who's just a good guy all around.
Yeah,
and that's about. You really should check out that movie. It's fun.
Maybe I will at some point.
It's fun.
So the trailer plays. It's pretty amusing.
Oh, we got to see Mr. Miz too.
Yes, Mr. Miz.
And he did his pose.
They come back and Morrison's all, "Oh, you're cheering now. Where was that a couple weeks ago?" It'd mean a lot more if it was coming from a group that was a lot more educated, like the Academy.
Yeah.
Out come the New Day. Kofi says trailer was amazing. Big E pulls his mic out of Kofi's popcorn, and then so the trailer had everything, and that's when we get the tip drill reference.
Yeah. Well, the great thing is too, when Kofi was talking on the mic, Big E just seamlessly paying attention to Kofi, kept on going to the crowd and letting them take from his popcorn.
He's the best.
He really is the best.
He's the absolute best.
So yeah, he had the reference of Nelly with the credit card. Oh, you gotta watch the video.
I read up. Do you
know what the credit card scene is?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I kind of put it together.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I could not. I was like, okay, what does he do with the credit card? And then I watched the whole thing, and I was like, when is the credit card? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes it clap. Anyways.
Yeah. And so Kofi then claims that he is Mr. Miz's favorite WWE superstar. And then Big E says, what's really comedy is that you, Morrison, and Miz think you're going to beat us for those tag team titles. They start laughing. Miz and Morrison do a fake laugh, put an end to that. Miz goes on, so they've dominated the New Day the last few weeks. Hell, they've dominated the entire Smackdown tag division. Out come the Usos. Whoa. Hold on. Miz, Morrison, you haven't beat us.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, I guess they have a match. That's why Dolph and Bob Roode are out there too. And then Miz and Morrison attack the New Day, beat them up We go to commercial. We come back. We have Usos versus Bob Roode and Dolph Ziggler.
The long pants were a 1 week experiment, evidently. Or what's the alternative? I see your little hamster wheel over there spinning.
What was it? San Jose. He lives in Canada.
Yeah.
Maybe they got. He has like a backpack he carries on the flight. Okay. Otherwise, he checks his luggage. Oh. So he has a backup set of gear just in case.
Why wouldn't his backup be the same thing?
He only has so much room in his backpack. So he needs room for boots, pads, robe.
Yeah.
Trunks take up a lot less space than pants.
But given that, so you think that the pants are a permanent thing? This week he already had to use the backups.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say they're a permanent thing. You just asked me to speculate. That's my speculation.
Well, isn't that part of your speculation then?
That the pants might be in the rotation.
Did you notice when they did the slow-mo Jomo entrance, they cut the camera and they were like, they had advanced like significantly.
No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
So they can warp time, can't they?
No, I'm saying they didn't. Well, they're unable to warp time, damn it.
This is a fun enough match. Not much surprise seeing the Usos pick up a win. Super kick party from the Usos. Jimmy hits a splash, get the win. Fun enough, though. There's a couple cool spots.
Dolph had a nasty spill at one point on a Samoan drop.
Yeah, he landed on his shoulder.
I know. It looked like it might have hurt, but then he was fine.
He was fine, apparently. Yeah. He got right back up.
Good job. Don't like to see anybody get hurt. Also, don't like to see Dolph and Roode necessarily unless they're doing something interesting, which they never are.
Yeah.
So, like, we were promised
to be emblematic of anybody partnered up with Dolph Ziggler.
So, does this mean like the Usos are going to be taking?
No. Miz and Morrison got a match against New Day at Super Showdown.
Okay.
I would not be surprised they won the titles there.
Yeah, what was the whole point of this match, anyways?
I don't know.
It was a fairly pointless match, wasn't it?
Oh, totally.
Because it started off, I was like, oh, cool, I like Miz and Morrison. Surprisingly. I love the New Day. And then, like, the Usos, who I'm fine with. And then, like, Roode and Dolph, and I'm like, I'm not. How did we get the switcheroo there? They just pulled a switcheroo.
I know. It seemed like we were going to get Usos, Miz, and Morrison because they were like, you haven't beat us.
Yeah.
And then Dolph and Bob came out for seemingly no reason other than like, oh, we have a match. Oh, they're out here. Oh, we're early. Match isn't starting yet.
Yeah. It was weird.
Like, timing of it was a bit off.
And then the match was like forever. It was a good match.
It was a good match. They
get
like 20 minutes. But yeah, it went on forever. There was like little doubt the Usos were going to pull out the W.
After that, we had an unmotivated cameraman backstage picking up what should have been a private conversation between Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Bliss was saying, I know I can beat Bayley. I did it here in San Jose before.
We were there for that match.
Was that the Extreme Rules one?
Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah, we don't want to remember that one.
That whole feud was bad.
It was really bad.
Remember the kendo stick one?
Yeah, they didn't they like reference it tonight? Like I think they like I thought I saw one shot of her hitting her with the kendo stick. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe you had flashbacks. Anyways, Nikki is like, "Hey, you got to win the match tonight first."
Yeah.
And Alexa's like, "Hey, you don't become the first woman to win the Raw and SmackDown Women's titles without having something twisted up your sleeve."
Do people really talk like that?
No, unless they're like supervillains.
Do I ever talk like that? Like innuendo or puns? Something.
Well, I mean, we
every once in a while
puns, but not quite like that.
Oh, okay.
Not with any sort of sinister undertones.
And then, do I ever like drift away in my
because
thoughts?
you don't have like a mustache you can do this with.
Well, if I did, maybe one day God will bless me.
I'll probably get a transplant on there.
Wouldn't that be great if I come in one day and my face is all bleeding?
No, just on your upper lip.
Just my
get
upper
some
lip.
plugs on upper lip.
Bleeding right here. They're like, what is that horrific
You'd have to wear a surgical mask for a while to cover that up.
Yeah, right. Oh man.
Or your targeted bag.
Yeah. Then people might mark out for that. They'll be like, what's this podcast? Why's the guy wearing a Target bag on his head?
Yeah. It's like, well, why is he wearing a Target bag? Oh, Steve, show him.
Yeah.
And just like raw, bloody flesh on your upper lip. That's why.
Shut up. Don't make me laugh.
Makes tons of sense.
Oh, man. That's too good.
That's disgusting. Anyways, they have a recap of what happened last week.
This cost me $8,000.
I know, $8,000. And it's like the patchiest.
Yeah.
You have like a quarter of an inch between each hair.
And there's like it's like gangrene on there too.
It's terrible.
You're not taking care of it.
It's like Jared Leto's elbow pit and Requiem for a Dream.
Oh man.
Anyways, they showed a recap last week of the dog food business. Baron comes charging in the production truck. It's like, who played that footage? Who played that footage?
Local enhancement talent raised his hand.
Yeah, Baron roughs him up, throws him down some stairs, and then Lance Storm, Daivari, and Adam Pearce tell him to get lost.
And Sanjay Dutt, don't forget Sanjay Dutt.
Oh, Sanjay Dutt? I thought it was Daivari.
He was there too.
Oh, okay, I didn't know
it was him
Dutt.
and Sanjay Dutt and Adam Pearce.
Apologies.
I don't know if I noticed Lance Storm.
Yeah, Lance Storm was there.
Okay, well, I know Sanjay Dutt was there too. They have to be there because 205 Live is on tonight.
True. Jordan Devlin's going to be on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. He's going to be like, oh, so this is 205. Good Lord,
like
send me back to Leeds.
The first plane back to Ireland.
Yeah, exactly.
Next.
I don't know why I said Leeds. Don't they run shows in
They might
Leeds
have
there?
done one there before. Elias comes out. He's jamming his guitar, drops a promo. He's got match against Cesaro. He wants to know if the audience has his back, walk with Elias, all that stuff.
Boy, they've really ruined Elias.
Yep. Says, I got a song for you. It's called Third Time's a Charm. He's playing the first couple chords, gets half a line in. He's interrupted by Cesaro and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn cuts a promo, asks Elias how it feels to be interrupted, because to him it sucks. And what's worse is that Elias made a fool of Sami while he was trying to deal with Nakamura losing his IC title business. This is about the time when my feed on Fox Now started dropping in and out on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So I missed some of this. Anyways, that led to Elias versus Cesaro. Did Elias pee in Vince's cereal? Sorry, did Cesaro pee in Vince's cereal?
I mean, like years and years and years ago.
Like, why can't... I mean, at least, he's been a tag team champion. Whenever he's in a tag team, he's usually quite successful. But as a singles wrestler, he just eats L's.
I suspect... I don't know, man. I don't know. I wish I had an answer for you. I think they think of Cesaro as just a good hand, And
yeah.
I think Vince has a liking for Elias. I can guarantee you Bruce Pritchard probably loves Elias.
Yeah, that seems
because
legit.
it's like the most old school kind of gimmick there is, and they never do anything interesting with him like they always did with those old school gimmicks back in the day. So yeah, I don't know. I could see Cesaro not being a Vince or a Bruce Pritchard guy.
Yeah,
it's such a drag though.
It
it's
is.
such a
Cesaro's
drag.
so dang good.
I know. Like that. I don't know. I've talked about this ad nauseum. This group could be $1 million. Like they could be the lead heel faction on SmackDown, like really holding it down. And instead, they're like what, a D level story.
I know we haven't heard any stories about Nakamura being discontent. But what if, because with Revival helping out tonight, what if this is a situation where Vince is putting all the grumps together, essentially, all the guys who are like, not exactly happy with their place in the company. Just speculation. Here, you guys like if you on paper you see this group, you're thinking, wow, this group's pretty solid, and they just eat L's across the board.
Yeah, but here's the thing about it. I mean, unless he's putting them together and actively saying, act like you have zero passion. I get the feeling that there's like there is a sense of camaraderie when people are all miserable together in the same vocation.
Yeah.
I get the feeling they'd be doing some really inspired stuff if they're all on the same page like that.
Unless they're just counting down the days.
That could be too. I don't know. I'd be surprised about that with Nakamura. We've never heard anything of the sort.
Yeah, we haven't heard people about anything like that.
And then, with Cesaro, maybe Cesaro is just one of them dudes who's like, my track record speaks for itself. I make more money here than I can make anywhere else. And he always gets the satisfaction from like the crowd reaction or whatever. Because like people love him.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. That would it surprise me if Vince did that? Not really, but also I'm not sure if Vince like thinks about it that much.
I hadn't really thought about it until the Revival just randomly popped up later in the show. Anyways, it was a fun enough match. It's one of Elias's better matches, probably because Cesaro's great.
Because it's Cesaro, I know.
So early on, Cesaro's.
I wonder. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Just thinking about the Cesaro thing. I go back to. I wonder if it's because they know they'll never get. So you and I are totally fine with his promo, right? But like understanding that he's not a promo. Cesaro.
Oh yeah.
A promo at the level of some of the best promo guys, right?
I understand that.
And
there's ways around that though.
I know, but they're also lazy.
Yeah.
And maybe they hold that against them. We're never going to get a good promo.
How many months would Goldberg win matches without saying a peep?
No, I know.
This thing called Mystique.
I know, I agree. And Cesaro could turn that on at any time. And I honestly think that when he's just sort of himself, like he was with Sheamus, it just felt like he was sort of being himself.
Yeah.
But when he was a bad guy, he was just a heel version of himself. He's very charming.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw him playing video games with Luge at the Performance Center. He was a very charming individual.
Yeah, I feel like if he might be one of those type guys that would suffer quite a bit from the scripted promos.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Whereas if you just put a mic in his hand and say, all right, talk about this.
Yeah.
Sell your match. He could probably do that better on his own versus being handed a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Like 20 minutes before he's supposed to talk.
I don't know. Maybe he's just a Tracy McGrady, man. Maybe he's just content to go put on the best matches and doesn't really care about reaching the brass rings. I don't know.
Who knows? Anyway, this match was decent enough. Elias kind of surprisingly got the W.
Is there anybody you'd rather see in the G1 than Cesaro, though? In the WWE? I mean, I know there are other names, but like, how great would it be if he was in the G1? You could, I don't know. I don't even know what he could do, but I'm sure he could do a ton of stuff.
Man. Him against Kota Ibushi.
Man. Boy, that could be fun.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Probably doesn't care about all that. He's like, oh, I've got toys of myself. What do I care?
Maybe it's the situation where he's like, I got another year and a half on this deal. I'm making a decent chunk of change. I'll just collect this fat paycheck for now, not shake the tree at all when this contract comes up. Unless they give me the moon, I'm out the door.
Mm-hmm.
I've been good with my money. I've been smart.
And then surprise, surprise, because they're going to sell WrestleMania to fans now, they're going to offer him the moon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Or Amazon's going to, spoiler alert, Amazon's
Jeff
going to buy the company.
Bezos. He's going to get Bezos.
He's going to get Bezos. So anyways, Elias won. Kind of surprising. Bummer for Cesaro. Next, we're promised a Goldberg interview. You can see a shot of him getting mic'd up in what looks to be his garage.
Yeah.
He was his basement.
It's like, remember that dude, Ty Lopez? He's like, I'm here in my garage. I got my books behind me. He had like a bookcase in his garage.
I thought there was like some piece of workout equipment or something too.
And well, he had fancy cars.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, it was books. I didn't notice any
there was
workout
like a
equipment.
Piece of metal that was going up at like a diagonal.
Maybe. Well,
it had some white lettering on it. I couldn't see what
that could be.
Maybe he had like a Bowflex in there.
Wait, are we talking about Goldberg or Ty Lopez?
Goldberg.
Oh, I was talking about Ty Lopez.
Oh,
I don't remember workout stuff in his. You know what I'm talking about, right? He was the dude with the glasses, and I don't know if you were really paying that close attention to YouTube culture at the time.
Probably not.
But it was a couple years ago, and he would have pre-roll ads. It wasn't his own videos. He bought pre-roll ads where he'd be like, hey, here I am. It's all selfie stuff. I'm in my garage, and I've just read this book. And he talks about reading a book a day and follow my program so that you can learn how all these cars here, too. It was like a $70 self-help thing, just worthless, completely worthless.
He was reading books, and that was going to help people get muscle cars?
I think like being able to read one book a day was part of of being a successful person.
But if you're spending so much time reading an entire book a day, you don't have much time to do anything else.
Talk to Ty Lopez, man.
I've never heard of him. Anyways, we were promised a Goldberg interview next.
You're immediately angry at Ty Lopez. You don't remember this dude? Look at him. Look, this guy right here. You don't remember him?
Mm-mm.
On pre-roll ads?
Mm-mm.
Oh, come on, man.
Mm-mm.
67 steps. It's a lot of steps.
That's a lot of steps.
So many steps.
That's too many. We were promised a Goldberg interview. Instead, right as Michael Cole's about to introduce it, Baron Corbin comes down for a promo. Hooray. He tells everyone to respect his crown. He is king of the ring, after all. He can do what he wants when he wants. Says Roman should have lost last week, just like the Niners lost to my Chiefs.
Yeah, he had a lot of stake on that one.
That was good. And he says, again, he blames Roman for Baron not winning the Rumble. And then he demands one more match against Roman. And he essentially says, I'm going to stop the show until I get what I want. In the meantime, he starts harassing fans ringside. There's one dude in a Roman shirt he was like talking to, seemed cool with, and then dumped a drink on his head.
Ouch. Yeah.
And got another one about to do the same.
Reigns comes out. You want me to do more water?
Yeah. Out comes Roman. Superman punch to Corbin, followed by some tossing into the barricade, the ring steps. A drive-by. Roman tosses him in the ring. Baron rolls out, escapes through the crowd. Roman says, give me Mike. He calls Baron a coward.
Mm-hmm.
Says, if you want one more match, you got it. But it's going to be inside a steel cage. So that's going to happen at Crown Royal.
Yes. Yeah. So that'll be fun.
That will be fun. Next. Now is the time for the Goldberg interview. I missed a lot of this because Fox Now app was being hot garbage at this particular moment.
Yeah, for me too.
So he said, I was watching the Rumble with my kid. I was inspired by the Rumble. It gave me the itch again.
Yeah.
I can't go after, Brock is involved with Drew and Ricochet at the moment. So, I'm going to go after the Universal title.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And he was interrupted by Bray, Firefly Funhouse News Network.
Yeah, that was actually pretty funny. Mercy the Buzzard was his correspondent.
His weatherman, wasn't
it? Was it his weather guy? Yeah, okay.
So.
I don't know.
Again, it was going in and out. So, Bray's saying, Bill, can you hear me? Bill.
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah.
Bill.
And then Goldberg finally said, listen, you're not going to intimidate me.
I'm not going to fall prey to your mind games.
Yeah. Yeah, you are a fool.
the Fiend Bray Wyatt, you're next.
You're next.
And then he leaves.
Yeah. And then Bray says, that wasn't very nice. Then he says, let me in. Let me in. Let me in. I like the little picture-in-picture with Goldberg's face in it.
Yeah, that was great.
That was funny. Oh, man. Good for friggin' Bray Wyatt, man. All these big money matches. He'll protect Goldberg.
Oh, yeah.
You think he's going to no-sell a spear, dude?
Yeah. He's going to no-sell a jackhammer.
Is he going to no-sell a jackhammer? I'll mark out big time. I'll mark out if he no-sells a jackhammer. That's the most powerful move ever.
Undertaker kicked out of a jackhammer. At last Crown Royal.
Yeah, but was he supposed to? Yeah, but that was a concussed jackhammer. Goldberg probably didn't get the
Then also he just about concussed Undertaker on said jackhammer too, and about dumped him on his head.
Oh yeah, that actually looked like a more fierce jackhammer than a normal one.
Exactly.
Oh man, well he's got powers of darkness. Let me in. Daniel Bryan's in the locker room. Chump status. Heath Slater walks in.
What the hell was he thinking? He was like, "Oh yeah, it's too bad that Bray was messing with your family,
yeah,
your daughters and your wife." And he's like, "That was the Miz."
Yeah, well, you're still in the same place as him, though. And what were you thinking challenging in that match, man? That was just stupid. That was stupid.
I'm just worried about you. Are you okay?
Heath Slater, he's got really good. He's got one of them comedic voices that just works so perfectly. Mm-hmm. It is a shame he's on TV more.
Yeah.
Looked like he might be working out though.
Maybe.
Last time I saw him, he was looking like his midsection was blowing up a little bit.
Yeah.
He might be on the Celtic Warrior workout.
Maybe.
Or at least like a
DDP yoga
diet version of it. Yeah.
Maybe.
So, anyways, he's like, I'm feeling for you, but you're
I just
stupid.
want to make sure you're okay.
I want to make sure you're okay.
Are you okay, Daniel Bryan?
And he's like, yeah, I'm okay. How about this? You and me in the ring next.
Right now. And that did happen now.
That did happen then now.
So they got down the ring, and they go to close with Daniel Bryan. He's telling the ref, ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell. Does he ring the bell? No, we get a 2-minute video package from the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
They come back, they ring the bell. Daniel Bryan hits Heath with a drop kick. Sends him out of the ring, hits suicide dive, back of the ring, a missile drop kick off the top rope. Yes kicks, knee plus. Danielson stomps. Ref separates it. More Danielson stomps right into the yes lock. Heath passes out.
Yeah, Heath he couldn't even tap. I was kind of paying attention at this point because I think Lacey came home and I was like making a grilled cheese for her or whatever. But did he keep it in after the ref said you won, or he let it go at that? Okay, all right. Well,
I was hoping instead of using the yes lock, he'd use his old submission move, cattle mutilation.
Cattle mutilation.
That's what I want to see. When we see that, we know the American Dragon is back.
All right, yeah.
That move actually looks like it legit freaking hurts.
Probably does. You can say fucking. Braun Strowman interview, very babyface interview. Where he's got his IC title. He's like, I've done a lot of stuff here in WWE. I won a tag team championship with the Child. Ha ha ha.
Greatest Royal Rumble. Everything else he's done, destroyed stuff. Said this is the highlight of my career, winning this Intercontinental Championship, my first singles belt.
On a mid-card match on SmackDown.
He really should have been main event. Anyways, Nakamura and Sami Zayn come to the stage. Sami Zayn says, I want a rematch. Nakamura was robbed. Braun says, hey, I'll defend this title anytime. Let's do it now. Sami says, no, that says it's going to happen, just not tonight. It says they're going to be tactical about when they take that match, and that's when the Revival come in the ring. They beat down Braun. Nakamura and Zayn join in. Braun fights them off, drops everyone but Sami Zayn, chases him around the ring, doling out shoulder tackles while he's chasing Sami. Sami runs back of the ring. Braun follows. Nakamura hits him with a knee, then a Kinshasa.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So I'm guessing this is going to happen at Crown Royal too.
Yeah, I would assume that's probably the case. I don't know how much further this can go.
Crown Royal, and then Braun wins, and that's that.
You would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, can we just get Daniel Bryan versus Nakamura at WrestleMania?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I just want to see.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
After that, Otis is prepping for his date next week with Mandy Rose. We're probably not going to be doing this on Friday night next week.
It's Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's Day. So we'll do it like on Monday or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll figure it. If we're not doing it, is that a weekend of a paper? Is Portland then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sunday. We can come in.
Yeah, we'll come in early
and just do it then.
All right.
So essentially, it's like a training montage. So he's working out some, eating some pizza, tries on some outfits. None of them's good until he has a heavy machinery shirt with a blazer on over it. Tucky pulls the sleeves off. Next, time to learn some table manners because I guess he eats his steaks with his bare hands.
Yeah.
Tucks his napkin into his shirt.
Yeah.
Tucky's like, no, you can't do that. And then Otis accidentally knocks the table over. And he's all sad. And Tucky goes, it's okay, Otis. I think you're ready.
You know what they should do with this is like everything's going great. It's all going great, right? He's spent all these 2 weeks training for this moment. Etiquette's perfect. Shows up in gray sweatpants.
Yeah.
And boner the entire time. It's just a
Why gray? Why not white sweatpants?
Well, gray is kind of funnier. I don't know. I feel like gray, like, who really buys white sweatpants? I think that everybody buys gray sweat. I'm literally wearing gray sweatpants right now.
No, that's dark gray.
Yeah, they're dark gray. By the way, I've worn these like every day this week. They're like my treasure. I have not washed them either.
I didn't want to hear that.
I've washed my own self, and I put on different underwear.
Still.
But these sweatpants are my best friend.
I think it's your pants that got me
You're
sick
down to
more than
number
anything.
2, buddy boy. These are my number 1s. Yeah, so he has a boner.
Yeah.
And it's like you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all I got.
That's all you got. Okay.
That's all I got. Gray sweatpants and a fully engorged.
And I kind of feel like
member.
it's funnier if it's like 2/3. It's not quite all the way there yet.
Like it's
like he's willing it not to go full mass, you know?
It's like just engorged enough so that
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, but like you don't have to notice it. Like you can let it go.
Yeah.
If it's full, you have to say something.
I don't know. It depends on the fit of the sweatpants because especially if they're light gray,
oh man,
they're not forgiving in the least in terms of hiding anything.
Yeah, right.
So if they're light gray sweatpants, he's 2/3 engorged, and like he's trying to will it to not go all the way, and she's gonna notice it and be like,
"Oh god, that's off-putting."
But you know, because she doesn't know it's 2/3.
Yeah,
she might think that's it. You know,
like it goes bigger.
I don't know. Probably really embarrassing for her.
I'm a grower, not a shower.
Anyways, next we got Sheamus versus Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews looked like he did not want to be there.
No, he didn't. This match was like 2 seconds. This was long. Hey, this was longer than the Britt Baker match on AEW, right?
No.
Yes, it was. I will put money on it, like $1.
I don't think it was.
I'll put $1 single dollar.
I think the Britt Baker match was longer than this one.
No, man, you're crazy. Wait, no, the Britt Baker match was longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said this was longer than the Britt Baker match.
Oh, no. I know, because you were saying how short the Britt Baker one was.
It was relatively short. This was way shorter.
Okay, yeah, I got them confused.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
This was shorter because it was
because you were going on and on about how short that Britt Baker match was.
It was 5
this
minutes.
was like, what, 3 moves?
Seconds, 90 seconds.
Something like that, yeah.
And just Apollo Crews, when he was staying in the ring, did not want to be there. He was going through the motions.
Yeah.
And I understand why, because they don't do anything with him. And they bring him on TV to job out to Sheamus. Get out of here with that WWE. Apollo Crews is great. Sheamus wins the bro kick. He's sizing up for another one after the bell. Shorty G runs in to make the save. He just eats the bro kick for his trouble.
Yeah, I really wish at that point Corey and Michael would have just started laughing at him. They kind of need to make Shorty G, like him constantly attacking Sheamus and doing worse in matches against him, a comedy thing. Like, oh, look at this pathetic short person. He's crap because he's so short and he keeps on, losing worse and worse. And just like proving his point completely wrong. I know. I was reading the comments too. I love the live crowd.
Yeah. The main event was pretty fun though. It was a fatal 4-way match. Be number one contender for the Smackdown Women's title. It was a really fun match.
Yeah.
Carmella versus Dana Brooke versus Alexa Bliss versus Naomi. Bailey was down ringside.
Stevie Bradley wears white sweatpants. Bold move, my friend.
I've known a couple people that have worn white sweatpants.
I know you have. I have not. I can't tell you the last time I wore white sweatpants.
I've never owned white sweatpants.
I don't think I've owned a pair.
I have medium gray sweatpants.
At least
I own now.
Not. I haven't owned them from from 25 to now. I know I haven't owned.
I can fairly confidently say that at no point in my life I've ever owned just plain white sweatpants.
When I was a kid, I think I had a pair of white that had like some sort of like patch on it or something. It was like the 80s, so
yeah,
that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but like at no time, I think in my adult life.
Oh, guaranteed, no time in my adult life.
Yeah.
Nothing else. That's just things gonna be a magnet for like spaghetti sauce, ketchup, mustard.
Oh, immediately.
So there's no point even bothering with that.
Immediately, everything's there.
Yeah, because after you wash them like 3 times,
yeah,
they're gonna be like off-white sweatpants.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna get all dingy.
Yeah.
Of course, like in college, you just wash all your crap together.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, it's terrible.
Anyway, this match was fun. There was a lot of good bits, especially between Alexa and Naomi. Like before the commercial break, Alexa, let me get this right. Oh no, sorry, I got things confused. So the ring gets cleared out. Naomi is the last one in. She hits corkscrew planche on all the other three women, and then they're all selling. And Bayley's like, "Yeah, I'm the champion, yay!" And Naomi gets up, pushes her. They brawl a little bit, and then Bayley tosses Naomi to the ring steps. Go to commercial, come back. Like, why is Bayley getting involved in this?
Yeah. Well, it's no DQ. She's there to needle mind games.
I guess so.
She's in San Jose. She's like,
I know, that's her hometown.
Really? You couldn't give me a match here in San Jose?
Well, I think she has a pretty good track record of losing whenever she has a match in San Jose.
Well, now would be a good time to change that. She's a heel. They can, give her a squash victory against a jobber. But no.
Oh, yeah, towards the end, there's a lot of good stuff between Alexa and Naomi. So the finish saw Alexa driving Naomi to the turnbuckle. She goes up top, goes for Twisted Bliss. Naomi gets her knees up, hits a rear view, goes for the pin. Mella hits her with a super kick.
Yeah.
Naomi stands up. Another super kick for the win.
Yeah. Carmella.
Bayley's in right away to attack her.
So I didn't notice this on the broadcast. However, I did see a graphic floating around internet that said this title shot was going to happen at Super Showdown.
I thought that might be the case.
Which is pretty cool if that's the case. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So
I guess I should say I was wondering if that would be the case.
I'm not sure if the graphic was legit or not.
On the up and up.
So yeah, I was hanging out silently in the Friendo verse group.
There you go. Anyways, let's take some questions.
This says set the stage for title showdown. Doesn't say
hint.
that it's going to be in
a
super
title showdown.
Showdown.
Philly Flexer says Crown Royal in my system. Let's go.
Nice. Woo.
Joshua Martinez going in Raw got tip drill. David Trimmer. One of two good, my brother from another mother, Trey Saunders, who has the best DDT. It's got me Andrade. The Hammerlock DDT is great.
I would probably depending on who he's giving it to.
Or Finn, 1916. That's a DDT.
That's a really good one. I was gonna say Mox, the paradigm shift.
Yeah.
Or when he does the death ride, whichever one is looks like the guy
elevated one.
himself.
Yeah, the elevated one.
That looks really good.
Yeah. Rich Nason says Fiend loses title. Yes. Only one turd left with belt.
Sorry, man, not gonna happen.
Rich is not a fan of the Fiend or Brock Lesnar.
Sorry, Rich.
Minion says we saw baked potato face tonight. That's a win. What is that a reference to?
Come on, man, Mr. Miz.
Oh, Mr. Miz. That's right. Sorry.
With his baked potato face.
Yeah. David Trimmer. What is Trey Star with the cheese grater? I don't get that. I don't know what that reference is.
I don't know what that is, man.
Priyanish Sharma. The Fiend changes people, so I guess after losing, Goldberg is going to become a bro. That'd be great. If Goldberg's all bro.
Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah.
Joe Juarez, yay or nay, sweatpants at the strip club?
Hard nay. You can't go that far, man.
Sorry, Azo Smith says Dana hit the Batista bomb. I made a note of that in my notes.
Oh my goodness! How did I miss that one?
You missed the Batista
bomb.
I
missed the Batista bomb. What's David Batista gonna say?
Slide into my DMs?
Slide into my DMs. Are you wearing gray sweatpants right now, Dave Batista, or white sweatpants?
Back to the question about sweatpants at the strip club. Probably not.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
And definitely not if you're getting any sort of lap dance.
Well, that's sort of the main thing.
Yes.
Is that at a certain point it's just a violation.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So no.
Pretty much. Guion, could you guys do Taker being thoroughly confused by coronavirus and Cena explaining that it's not about smashing? Smashing.
Wait, what?
Coronavirus not about smashing. I thought it'd be about drinking.
Oh, so Taker has
he's confused. He thinks the coronavirus is about smashing.
And Cena explaining that it's not about smashing. John Cena, I've got the coronavirus. Evidently,
you better get yourself to the hospital there, Mark.
I got it from Michelle. I inserted myself in her consensually and lovingly. My member, she noticed I had gray sweatpants on. And I was looking at I was looking at a Sears
I was
catalog.
watching BET Uncut.
I was watching the
Nelly video.
I was watching Tip Drill
Tip
came on.
Drill video came on.
D Minor is someone who is in a strip club right now. There are no sweatpants. There are guys wearing joggers, though.
Yeah, like, you know, man, you got to know there are limits. There are boundaries.
You can be
know.
comfortable without resorting to sweatpants.
Right, exactly.
Jason,
That dude is watching this in a strip club. You know what, man? That might be on my bucket list now, is to visit D Minor. Would you go with me then?
I'd go say hi. Yeah.
All right.
Jason Jefferson watching XFL or Mox versus Suzuki this weekend. I'm gonna try to watch New Beginning on Sunday.
See, the thing about watching XFL is that it's just a goof. It's like it's just going to be, I don't want to, like, bad football. It's not like it's not entertaining.
No, it's not. It's awful
to watch people play bad.
What was it, the UFL? There was another football league that popped up a few years back. They had a team here in Sacramento, and we had one of the games on.
Yeah, we won. Yeah.
And there was like a 25-yard field goal, and the dude missed it by 20 yards wide left.
Yeah.
And that's when I gave up on it. I was like, you can't. That's basically a chip shot. Not that I could do it. I'm not saying I could do it, but you're getting paid to do this. You know?
At some point, that guy had to have done it properly in college, like decently.
You'd think.
Yeah.
That was 10 years ago. Now, he's been like an IT guy in the interim.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Last chance to pursue his football dreams.
Yeah. Andrew Fountain, have you heard Bowling for Soup's new song called Alexa Bliss?
Have not.
The only reason I know about that band is because of Alexa Bliss. I heard a 5-second clip of it today with her in the video. I think that's great for her. I think it'd be fantastic for a band to write a song about somebody if they're a big fan of that. But like if, I don't know. I don't like any of their recent stuff, but if My Morning Jacket was like,
Hey, Steve, we wrote this song for you.
A song called Steve Here.
It's called Steve Here. Steve.
I can't do high right now.
No.
Steve Here's always rolling.
I don't know. Anyways, Alex Foster, if you guys were making a Going in Raw movie, what would be the plot? What wrestling personalities would be in it? It'd be a time travel romp that goes back to the golden days of wrestling.
Cal Jack would be in it.
And Cal Jack would be in it. He'd be our heater.
Yeah.
For the old-timey guys.
Yeah.
Because he just destroyed them. And then we'd come across, they'd be like, oh, man, they've got their ringer. They've got their, like, Gotch or whoever the guy is, Hackenschmidt, that they knew he's going to be fine. Like, he's not going to lose the title if one of these guys decides to shoot on him.
But then we bring out Cal.
We're like, Cal's going to destroy this.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Gion asked, wait, XFL starts this weekend? Yeah. 2 games. One on a Saturday, one on a Sunday.
The Super Bowl's done with now.
Some of the players I got, they ran that in the ad, like Cardell Jones, Connor Cook. They're all, I think, first or second round draft picks. Cardell Jones helped Ohio State win a national title.
Well, I think probably just generally 25 years later, there's more talent out
there.
Yeah. You know, so, it's probably going to be better than it was 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Or 20 years ago. It was 20 years ago.
It was 20 years ago, pretty much. And I guess they weren't rushing it as much as they were the first time out either.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to last the season? It'll probably last the season,
last the
right?
season. I guess Vince has already earmarked $300 million.
The money is there, so yeah. Wolfpack for life. At what point does referencing, he says this is a non-wrestling question. At what point does referencing old movies differ between nostalgia and lazy writing? He says an example, Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker and Avengers Endgame. Are you talking about in wrestling stuff? But he says non-wrestling. Well, referencing it how?
No, I think it's a non-wrestling question. He's not referencing wrestling at all. He's saying examples are Rise of the Skywalker and
referencing old movies in what context?
For example, how I'm guessing Force Awakens is basically a remake of A New Hope.
Well, he brings up Avengers Endgame. That's not a remake of anything.
No, I know it's not, but I guess is there a nostalgia factor in it, referencing old movies? I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
Oh, I don't think that's his question though. But I just don't know what the question is. Referencing old movies differ. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe if he's in the chat, he can let us know.
He can.
Let us know, Wolfpack for life.
Yeah, let us know.
David Proc, do you think the Fiend will lose his mystique when he eventually loses the title? What would you like to see Bray do in response? I would hope that there is a plan for him in place so that doesn't happen, that the mystique doesn't get lost.
Ryan Luckman wants to know, are we checking Discord tonight? I don't know. It was making all that noise. So
I'll get to it. Thank you, Brian, for reminding me.
Ryan.
I'm going back to it now.
It's Ryan.
Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Speaking of Mr. Brian Luckman.
Ryan.
So with Naomi losing, do you think they are saving her for Mania, maybe with a triple threat with her and Sasha and Bailey, or not?
They might be keep her as kind of a backup plan in the event that Sasha isn't healthy.
She'll probably be
Time for
in
Mania.
they do a women's battle royal there, right?
Yeah,
don't
she
they?
won that not that long ago. Was it last year or the year before?
All right, cool.
She's won it recently.
So she might be in that. I would like something more for her.
Mm-hmm.
I would maybe that LED cool helmet that she wears to the ring indicates that.
Oh man, that thing's amazing.
They're going to do something more. I don't know. When she was out. We ever get confirmation why was she out? Was it injury or personal stuff? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes if they're coming back from injury, maybe they want to like see how they're faring. Make sure they don't get injured again before they move with something on her. I don't know.
I don't know.
Hopefully it's cool. I like her a lot.
Yeah, she's great.
Mr. Lipkin, will Fiend just do his finishers on Goldberg and win? Or will he no-sell the spear and jackhammer first?
Yeah.
Could Goldberg even get Bray upright for the jackhammer at this point?
Hopefully he's been working out.
Well, Bray is also, for his size, a fairly athletic dude.
Yeah.
So that helps, having the core muscles and all that stuff
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't know. Let's see here.
Hands be wonderful. Scott Dawson is the bald one. Razar has hair, but which one is Jimmy Uso? Do you know how to tell them apart now?
Oh, it's not the cross anymore?
Well, that's still away.
Okay.
But also, Jay has like the Caesar.
Yeah, I know
and Jimmy has his slick back.
Okay, so that first week, I know I said, okay, Jay's got the Caesar, but I forget what there was some sort of analogy there or some sort of wordplay.
Way you can remember it.
Yeah. I mean, they're not in anything that I really care about right now, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see here. Alex Foster. In kayfabe, shouldn't Vince be pissed that the Fiend and Baron have started messing with the production on his show? What would that confrontation be like? In kayfabe, is Vince at the gorilla position? I mean,
sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
No, I think in kayfabe, Vince loves Baron. He lets him do what he wants.
Yeah, I think so. Doc Hensla. So is Daniel Bryan's rage going to boil over and make him change like all the other Fiend challengers? He was possessed out there. I'm interested to see how his character arc progresses because I have no idea what his Mania plans are. Yeah, I think it's be returned to American Dragon. Vicious, brutal. If you don't throw a decent elbow, he's going to rock you with his.
That's a great clip. So according to, let's see here, Henry, what do you think if they sent Cesaro to NXT UK with Ono and make them a team again? I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
But the problem is, don't they have to like win everything at that point?
Yeah, you think so. I mean, they'd be the kings of pro wrestling. They kind of have to.
Greg Morris also linked us to a clip, Ring of Honor, Kota Ibushi versus Cesaro. But again, that was 12 years ago. Cesaro has picked up a lot since then.
Yep.
A lot.
Brian Randall. If they broke up the New Day, who would you like to see turn heel on who? Personally, I'd like to see Kofi turn on Big E after Big E has some single success. Play Kofi resenting his former mate's success. Don't break him up. Don't break him up.
I don't want him to break up.
They're so good. They don't want to break up.
I wouldn't mind seeing, I really would like to see Big E switch on intensity here. Like I'd like to see him be the big dominant. I forgot that he had done this, but I remember watching it like when it was going on or seeing a clip of it when it was happening. When he was in NXT, he used to pin people for a 5 count instead of a 3 count.
Yeah.
He said a 3 count's normal, a 5 count's not normal. Big E is not normal. He pinned people for 5 seconds.
I know.
That's badass. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
They need to bring that back.
Fear and Loath and Sammy's faction is closer to losing a handicap match to Roman than winning any titles.
I know. Cesaro, Shinsuke, Sami Zayn, all against Braun Strowman. I'm not betting for the faction at this point. And even if it's like a tornado or whatever they call a non-tag situation handicap match.
Trent Brown says Goldberg is 100% winning. It's going to be some wacky nonsense like Goldberg versus Cormier at Mania. Big Chewy Gaming, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Cormier was sitting ringside tonight.
He was, yes, that's right. He was. All right, I think that's it.
It's good.
Thanks, everybody. We definitely appreciate it. We're going to have a news brief for you tomorrow morning, so be sure to check that out. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us, all you people watching us in the live stream. Too good. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.